Hello, guys. What's up? This is Saturday, May 19. As you know, Humantocracy-X is live every Saturday to interview the homeless on the streets. Here's what's happening today. I have Dell with me, and I'm gonna talk to Dell. He's gonna explain everything he has to say. Um, as you know, Humantocracy-X is here to support the homeless on the streets and in every front. Please, the viewers' discretions are advised because of the nature of the interview. Please welcome Dell. How you doing, Dell?
All right, I'm doing well. Best I can right now.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, Dell.
I'm 40 now. I turned 40 in March. Born and raised here in Trenton. I graduated high school. I did pretty much everything everyone's supposed to do, I guess, as an American boy. Graduated high school. I had a decent career when I was young, but little by little, I had a lot of tragedies. Before I was an adult, after I was an adult, and little by little, it just seems that, piece by piece, it got me to this point, being homeless right now. But, keep my spirit up best I can. I have some family out there, but, everybody has their own struggles and whatnot. No one can really lend a hand to me right now. Plus, I don't ask, but I'm trying to do my best by myself right now, and I'm actually looking forward to go to long-term rehab. That's my plan coming up.
Okay. How old are you? You say you're
I'm
40 years old.
That's correct.
Okay. How long have you been homeless?
As of right now, it's going on, let's see, I guess since December, the end of December, I've been on the street. So that's about 5 months.
It's about 5 months.
5.5 months.
So
like that, yeah.
because before you became homeless, what did you do? What was your life?
I was living, I had a girlfriend, me, her, we were living in a house, we were renting a house, and little by little, I had mental issues, and she just couldn't handle them no more. And I lost my dog of 15 years. And I guess, my mental issues, I couldn't cope with them exactly, so, and I couldn't, I guess, expect her to either. So she ended up leaving, and left me there with the apartment. I couldn't afford it. Little by little, I was evicted. Now here I am on the street.
Okay. You say you have mental issues.
Yes.
Do you get treatment for it, or you just?
No. When I was younger, I did, and everything was fine. But it seems that a lot of stuff that happened to me when I was a child, it's actually coming out again. That's what
Okay.
I'm told. That there's a lot of stuff I blacked out, and it seems that it's resurfacing. I'm being told. So this is new to me. Like, I never had these problems, and all of a sudden I'm just having them.
Okay.
And it's tough for people that are around me to handle. So they disappear, they leave, they space themselves from me.
So do you have any family members?
I have brothers, but they have their own thing going on, and they can't afford to help. They can only be there supportive as far as telling me if they're proud of me, or to say hi to me, things like that. But as far as taking me in, they all have a place they live that they've been taken into. So, but that's about it. Mother passed in '06. My father died 11 months later. I got in trouble, did a state bid. Came home in '09.
Okay.
And since then, I've been just hanging on, trying this and that, trying to work. I cannot seem to hold a job. I think it's due to my mental issues. Before this, I used to work. I'm a mason. I can do concrete. I can do pretty much anything. But it seems like this mental issues are getting in the way really bad, and it's tough.
Okay. When was the last time you have a normal job?
10 years ago, maybe.
10 years ago?
I think, yeah, right before I went to prison, I had a normal job. I ran a banquet hall. I was the maitre d' at a banquet hall. I oversaw weddings, funerals, parties.
Okay. You say you went to prison, Dale. I know that's my personal. What was the purpose of it? What was the reason?
Aggravated assault. It's a long story. I actually don't blame myself, but I was attacked. And I had an altercation, and I stayed there for the cops to show up because I thought I was in the right. Well, the kid that put his hands on me ended up being an MMA fighter, and his hands were registered. So that he didn't get in trouble, his friends all told the cops that I was hitting him with a brick.
Okay.
So I got locked up for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And I was actually on the defensive side.
So if I understand, that's happened in Trenton or somewhere else?
Yeah, I'm not sorry, that was actually in Hamilton Township. It's the next town over from Trenton.
Okay, you say Hamilton Township?
Yeah.
How
It's
long
St.
ago
Mercer
was
County.
that?
This
How long
was,
ago?
Let's see, that happened in 07.
Oh, 2007?
Yep.
Okay. So you spent how long in jail?
I did 24 months. I did 11 months in county, and then I did 13 months in state.
Oh, that was tough, right?
Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible.
So let me ask you this question, Dale. What was the first night of homelessness look like for you when you first became homeless? What was your first night look like for you?
It was as if I was going to sleep to a nightmare. I just wanted to be home. I wanted to be in my own bed. I wanted to, be what I was comfortable with. It was hard to sleep. I didn't sleep. It was terrible. It still is. It's like every time I wake up in the morning homeless, it's like waking up into a nightmare. You just want to go back to sleep and be where you were while you were sleeping,
So where do you sleep now?
As of right now, I've been staying at the rescue mission here in Trent.
The rescue mission?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about the rescue mission. Is it a comfortable place?
I can't say it's comfortable. I can't see how people can get used to it, but I try to use it for what it's worth as far as a meal and sleep. Because being homeless, if you don't get your sleep, you will go crazy. And sleep is one of the hardest things to get while you're homeless. So that's what I try my best to do, is get a shower, get something to eat, and get some good rest. And then the next morning I'm out again looking for work and stuff like that every day until I have to make it back in at 4 o'clock, or I won't be able to come in. I'll have to stay on the street, literally.
That's the time you have to get in inside.
4 o'clock, yeah.
4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So what happened if it's past 4 o'clock? If you show up
If I show
by
up there,
5 o'clock?
It depends. In the wintertime, they make you go and sit in a room with a chair. I don't know why, maybe to stay out of the cold, but you get no sleep. Summertime, it seems that less people come, so there are bunks. Sometimes they allow you in. Either they allow you in or they don't. There's no in between, like in the wintertime. In the wintertime, I think they have to let you in. In summertime, they don't even open the door again. They will not even bother with you.
Okay, let me ask you this, Dale.
Yes.
Do you think being homeless derail your goal?
No, not at all. Do I take it as my goal? No, my goal is to get back and being in society and hopefully working again.
No, when I say derail your goal, do you think homeless hold you back from not achieving what you're supposed to do?
Definitely. It definitely does. Without a home, it's hard to do anything. Without a touch, without a base or a headquarters, you can't do anything. It's constantly on your mind where you're gonna sleep. As much as you accomplish in one day, you still get drawn back to know that you have to get there by 4 or you're gonna be out in the street again.
Okay.
It's such a pressure and so much stress on your mind. I can't even explain it or describe it.
Okay, I understand, but tell me one thing that you learned while being homeless. Tell me one thing you learned.
I've learned a lot of, I learned acceptance. That's one thing I've learned pretty much, to
You say
have
acceptance.
to have acceptance. 'Cause
Just tell me a little bit more about this.
a lot of things happen where, you just gotta accept what happens. Say somebody walks into you, bumps into you, is very rude to you. You just gotta accept it and keep it moving. Because anything happens, you are thrown out. And you won't be allowed to come back to the mission.
So, did you have a bad experience?
No, I can't say. I've had everyday experiences. There's all kinds of people out there. There's so many different kind of attitudes, personalities that I'm gonna clash somewhere. And I find a lot of times there's people out there that I guess they're so unhappy they got to make other people unhappy or miserable and try to hurt you or bother you. And When I was younger, I'd go head in first, let nobody touch me, bump me. But now it's like whatever, you know what I mean? I got to worry about me. I can't worry.
So if I understand, as you're getting older, you become wiser.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, Del, let me ask you this question. Tell me one of the survival skills that you learned while being homeless.
My number one skill for surviving is take care of your feet. To be honest, that is number one. Take care of your feet.
So when you say take care of your feet,
Clean.
okay.
Do your best not to injure yourself, because without your feet, you have nothing. I've actually watched a guy in a mission the last month I've been there on crutches. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. He just has one hell of a time. And I guess there's something wrong with him too, because no one seems to want to help him either. Nobody helps this guy, and that must be because he must have been a certain way before he got injured. I don't know him because I'm, like I said, I don't try to get personal with people. I don't try to make friends. I'm not there for that. I'm there to take care of what I got to and use it for what it's for.
Yeah, that's understandable. But tell me what homeless means to you.
What homeless means to me is more than just not having shelter. It's like a hopeless situation where you don't feel like you can get help. You don't feel as if anyone cares. And every time you actually, sometimes at this mission or other places in the city, when you go for help, it's as if they don't care. So it feels like nobody helps, and even if there is information out there, no one gives it to you. You got to figure out everything for yourself, and if you do try to depend on somebody for information, most likely they don't know and they make up a story, or they'll lie to you just so you get messed up down the line so they can have a kick or something. It's very odd, but you just got to pay attention, and like I said, keep your feet clean. Take care of your feet and be observant as much as you can.
You mean stay focused on everything
Pay
you do?
attention to your surroundings. When you know that something you have a need or you need something, you pay attention to someone that you also think they need that and see how they step and how they achieve it, because they most likely know more than you do. When you start asking questions, it seems like a lot of people want to help you, but they're not helping.
So if I understand, some of them, they try to take advantage of you.
Yes.
Try to manipulate whatever they can.
That's what they do. Yep. They feel that it seems that they know the answer, they know the way, so that's power to them. So they're going to hold on to that power by giving you the wrong directions.
Right.
That's as simple as that.
That's not good.
No, it's not. People would help people. I think this world would be a hell of a lot better. It's not hard to help. It doesn't cost anything sometimes. It doesn't even cost you a couple of breaths.
So what's the future look like for you now?
It doesn't look that great, but I'm trying to stay positive the best I can. I am moving forward the best I can. I'm, trying to achieve everything I can. I'm waiting for insurance to kick in, so actually I can look for a long term for my mental illnesses and my drug problems. As far as right now, I've actually been clean, because I don't even have an interest in drugs, because I don't see drugs in having a goal with drugs. Like, even though I might feel good, I still don't see nothing positive. So that's why the drugs don't even help me anymore. It's like I want to see progress. I want to feel progress.
Okay, you talk about drugs. What type of drugs you used to use?
I don't know. It's pretty much everything. Whatever there was, I would do it. You know what I mean? Depends on what kind of mood you're in.
Okay.
Usually depends what kind of mood I'm in. But I pretty much
So
do whatever.
you say you use them all, like
Basically.
heroin, cocaine,
Yeah, that's right.
crack,
Yep.
even PCP.
Nah, not since I was a kid. I know better to mess with that stuff.
Okay.
I know what it does to you, and actually, I know my mental. I can't handle that right now. I have too many things going on in my head. If I was having a good time and I was doing good, maybe I would do that drug. But when you're not doing that well, you don't want to do something that messes with your emotions too much, because then that's when you might lose it.
So how long ago did you stop using drugs?
Right now, I think I got 3 weeks. I think tomorrow will be 3 weeks clean.
So that's the last time you stopped smoking drugs? 3
Yep.
weeks ago?
3 weeks ago. Tomorrow will be the third week I haven't touched anything. Yep. And a lot of people I hear says, "Oh, it feels great, it feels wonderful." I feel that I just want to keep going. I don't feel that way yet, and I just think that if I do keep staying clean, I will eventually feel that way. Because I know how drugs make me feel for the time while I'm on them, but soon after, you feel terrible, and I don't want to feel terrible anymore.
So when you say you stop using drugs,
Yes.
do you go to a particular place, like a center, treatment center or something?
Yeah, I'm on a methadone clinic right now. Yeah, I take treatment for my heroin addiction.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what I do, and it helps.
Okay.
But I know for myself I need something more, because with that program it just gives me too much freedom, and it's hard to have freedom, be on a substance, slowly come down, and not want something else. So I believe the best thing for me right now is to be detoxed and go to a long-term drug program, and followed by a long-term mental program.
So when you start using drugs, how old were you?
I was 17 the first time I actually did anything, because I grew up with a mother who was in sobriety through high school, and I didn't want to disappoint her by doing drugs.
Okay.
Well, she relapsed after about 15 years, and I lost it, and I started getting high. So it's been on and off since I was about 17 years old. I never actually touched heroin until about 3 years ago. Never touched it.
So how did you start smoking drugs?
Well, parties, high school, stuff like that. And then you see certain crowds move on to heavier stuff, and I just happen to be that person. Plus, I've been around drugs my whole life. So I had a lot of friends in high school that wanted to experiment. They wanted to try this, they wanted to try that, and I just happened to be the guy that could get it all at that time.
Okay. Tell me one thing that you regret by using drugs.
Tell you what?
Tell me one thing that you regret.
That I regret? Doing drugs?
Yes.
I regret the illegal things I've done to get drugs. One thing I never did was, which I'm proud of, is I never stole from family. But I have done illegal things such as finding people with drugs and taking the drugs from them at any means necessary. I kind of regret that.
If I understand, you just know people that have drugs and then sneak around and rob them.
Yes. Yep. Usually I get a crew together. It's usually somebody with a lot of drugs. I don't just go rob anybody. I just make sure it's worth it. But it's been a long time. But I have regrets that people I've hurt during these robberies.
So if I understand, you did a lot of robberies.
I've done enough. I don't know if it's a lot. I don't know what a lot is, but I've done enough to say that I don't want to do that anymore. None of them ever go as planned. None of them, I never come out of it with, okay, everybody's safe, everybody's good. Never. It's always somebody got hurt real bad. Law's on the way. I'm regretting what happened. People know what I expect if something else happens, and they were forced to do that because of what I told them, what I planned that I would do to them if they didn't do what I said. A lot of stuff like that. People of mine in prison because of the robberies we have done. Things like that.
Okay, if I understand it, you are, at least you're being honest and you tell the truth. But did you were involved in a gang activity or something?
No, never. Nah. Nope. Not on the street. Prison's different.
Okay, at least you're being honest. Yeah. So this is one thing people should do when you did something bad in life. At least try to correct it. You understand?
Yeah, definitely. And not just for yourself. Like doing something. If you regret something and you hurt somebody, praying to God and all that, that'll get you so far if you're truly sorry, I believe. But I think making amends to the person or the person's family that you might have hurt. Most people, I've been there, a lot of families that I've hurt or people I've hurt, they don't take it too kind when you come there to apologize. They don't want to hear it. They want you to hurt. But I've also found some very good people that knew that I was sincere in my apology. And I've been very good friends with them ever since. Apologizing to people, total strangers, just know that I hurt whoever it was I was robbing. And I've actually made amends to their family, telling them I am truly sorry. And I have a family that ever since I did that I was around 29 years old this one time. And And I still talk to these people. They still talk to me. I'm still invited to their barbecues and stuff just because they couldn't believe that I actually came to them to tell them that. They thought I'd be scared to death. But I just felt that I am sorry and I wish it never happened. And I wanted to express that to them if it made them feel any better.
Which is good again. So you have a conscience to tell you to
Yeah,
repent.
I do. That's
so
another,
you
that,
just
it's a
not go back to
downfall.
the same route.
Having a conscience is a downfall if you want to do dirt.
Okay. Dell, let me ask you those two questions. The interview is almost over.
Okay.
So everywhere you go, there are a lot of homeless people.
Yeah.
Everywhere
I mean,
you go.
yes.
Do you think by being homeless is a non-factor for society? That's mean you think society help you guys enough to get a better transitional life?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Tell me more about it.
Everywhere I've gone for help, they've either told me to lie. They have actually explained to me, non-profit organizations have told me that I haven't stayed there long enough for them to invest money in me to get a state ID.
Mm-hmm.
They said, you haven't been here long enough. I don't understand how long I had to stay at a homeless shelter when they have a program that says they will help me pay for my state ID, which I need to get into the shelter, but they tell me I need to be there longer. I don't understand that. What I've come up with is every person who steps into the shelter, somebody gives them a grant, whether it's the federal government or the state government. But I think what she was trying to explain to me is I haven't been there enough. They haven't made enough money off me to invest in me. That's exactly how I took it. So with that being said, no one gets help that way. You're telling me to stay longer at the shelter to help me. That's what they're telling me. I don't want to stay there any longer than I have to. I'm trying to do the right thing and get on with my life.
If I understand, they try to keep you guys hostage,
yes,
so they can make more money off you guys. You understand?
Yes, I couldn't believe it when I heard it. I heard it, I never believed it until I actually was part of it. When the person told me that. How long have you been here? They said to me. I said, I've been here for about 3 weeks. Well, we usually help people after 4 weeks so that they just don't get their ID and leave. So, well, isn't that the idea? Is to get your ID that's going to help you to get on with life? If that's the program they're giving you to help you, and if it's a non-profit organization.
Well, that's tough. That's not good.
No, it's not. It put such a damper on my spirit. It made me feel like I'm just being used everywhere I turn. It's not about me individual. It's about what I can offer them. And it's like, wait a minute, non-profits are not supposed to make a profit. What do they care what kind of money they make? They're getting paid. The people that work, they get paid. Why should I have to stay an extra week to get an ID, which with a program they offered to me? Blew my mind when they said that. I'm not slow. I catch on very fast, and I just didn't understand. They basically said they wanted me to stay longer, so that I guess I pay them back. They make enough money off me so I can get an ID. In the long run, it doesn't cost them anything, I guess. I don't know.
So, based on your explanation, it seems to me being homeless is a non-factor. It's for those organizations.
Yes.
It seems they don't care enough for you guys. You understand?
No. I would love to see this organization, the rescue mission, have no way to make money besides people coming inside. That whatever grant they get. Because, this place has all kinds of stuff going on. They have a rehab next door. They have a clothes thrift store next door. They have all kinds of stuff going on that they're making money. And it says non-profit organization. They seem to care more about the money than the people.
So what do you want to say to the viewers that watching you right now about all those situations? Do you have one thing to say to them?
Don't burn bridges. Don't burn your bridges. If when in life you find somebody who sincerely cares for you, care back. These are the people you want to be around, because I made a mistake by being around people that didn't care about me, and I cared about them. And when I went to reach out and ask for help, nobody was there. All the people I've helped, not one of them was there. And I guess I'm naive, but I really thought they would be there to help me, and they weren't. But that just made me, it's a lesson learned. It's a life lesson learned.
Well, I understand, but just do the best you can uh, to get a better life,
That,
to better yourself. You understand?
that's what I'm
But
planning.
let me ask you this question there. If you have three wishes, what will they be?
My first wish would be to have 10 more wishes.
Okay.
To be honest, I think about this question all the time. I really don't know what I would wish for. I think I always have a feeling whenever I ask for something or it's too good to be true, there's always a string attached. It always comes back to bite you on the ass.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody were to come to me and tell me I have 3 wishes, I would tell them probably keep them. Keep your wishes because I don't feel that I don't feel like I'm gonna have to pay for it somewhere down the line.
Uh-huh.
And I'd rather not have to pay for it. That's how I feel.
But even that, you still have wishes.
Okay. I don't know. I wish for the world to be disease free.
Okay.
That would be number 1. The world, humans, everything to be disease free.
Okay. That's the first one.
Yeah. Number 2. I don't know. I sure as heck didn't like lose any family that got old or got sick. I don't know. I can't really wish that nobody would die. You know what I mean? Like none of my family members would die. We all eventually have to die. But if I could wish, I'd keep whoever I could to alive forever.
Okay. What's the third one?
Third wish would be to have the powers of Superman.
Wow. That's the
good.
best one.
Yeah.
Okay. Del, thank you for talking to you.
Sure.
I hope to see you next time
Very
again.
nice to meet you.
Thank you guys. This is the end of the show. As you know, Humantocracy-X is live every Saturday. Please help the homeless because those people need help. You heard everything Dale say. You heard about his circumstance. Please help the homeless. Those people need help. Again, my name is Chavanis Grégoire Ulysses. I'll see you guys next Saturday. Until next time, stay safe. Mesdames et messieurs, nom c'est Chavan Grégoire Ulysse. Comme nous connaissons, chaque samedi, moi toujours gen show Humantocracy-X. Humantocracy-X, c'est un mouvement qui pour supporter moun qui dans la rue, moun qui pas gen kay, spécialement dans area que Humantocracy-X situé. Quel que soit côté nous, chaque moi toujours dit, juste chercher aider moun sa yo. Bien que c'est pas nous-mêmes qui chercher météo dans circonstances côté yo, aider moun yo la plus bon. Nous sortons des conversations moi fait avec Del Del il a 40 ans et que lui c'est un résident de New Jersey et que c'est New Jersey li fait et là que il grandit et que il était commencé dans drogue depuis là que il était gain 17 ans les soldats vivre avec parents et que il expliquait il utilisait toutes sortes de drogues telles que cocaïne, héroïne, PCP, toute l'autre drogue li ka jwenn. But li bien dit que ses amis li te kan ap suiv qui influencé sur lui. Et d'autant plus Del dit que gen an pile organisation qui prétend dire que y a aidé moun qui dans la rue, moun qui pa gen kay, et tandis que moun sa yo organisation sa yo c'est comme y a fait sur moun yo et que moun qui sans abri yo pas recevoir support yo ta doué recevoir dans mes organisation ça yo et que organisation ça yo utiliser pour que pour propre profit yo pas gain rien qui fait vraiment qui pour aider moun ça yo et que dans fin moi t'ai posé d'elle qui ça l'état espérer la vie côté pour lui il dit que l'état espérer que il sorti dans vie que lié et que l'état espérer que on la vivre dans un monde qui sent maladie et que l'État espérait que grands-parents li te gen qui mouri yo plutôt yo pas doué mourir pour te là toujours et que li te exprimé tant d'autres l'autre sentiments dans interview ça Jean que moi dit nom c'est Chavan Grégoire Elus m'a pour nous encore l'autre samedi que nous connaissons et chaque samedi moi des choses ça Jean que moi dit juste faire prudent m'a pour nous encore l'autre samedi merci.